I just twatted my mic stretching there. I apologise. Does it sound all right now? Hello? It sounds a bit quiet. Hang on. Let me add a few decibels. Oh no, that's not too bad. Right. Hopefully banging my mic there didn't bugger anything up too much. Hello everyone. Sash, Tracy, Anthony, Craig, Tia, Kate, Sergio, Russell, Al. All the natives are in. Look at that story I found there. It's probably the funniest headline. I didn't put it. It's so good. I didn't put it on BBC Spews because I didn't want to save it for Sunday. It's fucking quality, that, isn't it? In London. I don't know. Murders shouldn't tickle me that much, but it's like, what are you gonna do if you don't laugh? You cry, right? Nothing I can say or do can fix London. London is an absolute fucking mess. If they shipped a bunch of Iraqis over to London now, after that twat being in charge, and they all jumped off the coach like, the promised land, Britain. Just see the burning cars and the bodies everywhere. They'd go, fuck this, take me back to Baghdad. I'm not staying. What an absolute shithole. But I love that quote. Other than the murders, everything's fine. Other than that, just that teensy-weensy pint. That's like saying, I mean, it's a masterclass in understatement, that, isn't it? Other than the murders, everything's fine. I love it. I absolutely love it. Other than that, it's fucking sound. That's like getting a new job and, the boss comes in after your first week and says, how's your week been? And you'd be like, well, I got gang raped in the stationery cupboard, but other than that, it's been fine. Yeah. I was like, okay, how'd you find the canteen? Yep, canteen fine. You get paid on time? Yep. Everyone showed you around, you settling in well? Yeah, I've been bleeding out the anus since I was gorilla fucked by 15 blokes in the stationery cupboard. But other than that, I'm fucking dandy. I'm dandy. Thanks for asking. Best job I've ever had. I don't know what to say. Fucking lunacy. Anyway, hello everybody else who's just joined while I was gossiping. David, Ollie, Rabsy, Nesbit, Mortuary Artist, Tracy, Tony Price, Husky, Chris Collin, everyone, welcome. So shall we start on the story or shall I talk more shit first? Now let's just jump right in, shall we? This is fucking quality. One thing I will say is, I'll tell you what. You know what? I've always had this hypothesis. Again, before people sources, this is what I keep telling you guys why the lefty whinges do my head in. I don't say anything unless I've read it somewhere from a reputable source. Occasionally, yeah, when I'm being hyperbolic, but it's an obvious joke when I'm saying mad shit, yeah? But if I'm talking about something serious, I don't just make this shit up. I just don't. That's why I've got 300 videos and nobody's ever come at me in the chat and said, oh yeah, you blatantly lied there because you made that up from nowhere. You just pulled that out your ass. I don't do it. So rather than waste my time saying source and then I'm going to go, all right, well, I'll just interrupt what we're doing to go on Google and find the fucking source that I actually read with my own two eyes. I just crack on and talk. And if anybody wants to call me a lying bastard, feel free, have at it. Make a fucking rebuttal video and say, Mr. Bootneck was lying about this, and this. You won't be able to do it because I don't tell lies. Unlike the lefty twats who use spin and fucking lie by omission in the most horrific and blatant way possible. Yeah, it's literally splicing sentences in half to make people look like they said up is down and left is right. I don't do that. I don't selectively edit. I typically get my news off the fucking BBC. I mean, the whole reason I picked the BBC was, well, twofold. First of all, it's publicly funded and yet full-blown brainwashing of the highest order insane commie, neo-commie, Marxist identity politics, fucking everybody should be in their own little gang and hate each other. That's the first reason. But the second reason was because it's a fucking left-wing source. Even if you're a nutcase, even if you're Owen Jones, you can't say to me with a straight face, the BBC is right-wing. The BBC is far-right. This other word they've made up lately, what they love to slur everything. Far-right or hard-right. Have you heard how many times they say that? Hard-right. Ooh, it's hard-right. It's hard-right. Who's hard-right? Everything. Everything. Tories, hard-right. UKIP, hard-right. BNP, hard-right. National Front, hard-right. Well, what's the fucking difference then? If Nigel Farage is far-right, hard-right, what's Nick Griffin? What is he? If David Cameron, Boris Johnson is a fascist Nazi hard-right, what's fucking Nick Griffin? What's Oswald Mosley? What's Benito Mussolini? These fucking These lunatics just talk total shit constantly. I don't. And the one thing I was going to go on there, before I went off on another tangent, was I've read multiple sources in the last few years that said bullying online, Twitter, Tia Tanaka, stop using slutty language in the chat. It annoys me, especially considering I know, I mean, a lot of my followers obviously don't pay attention to the comment section. I know that you're a bloke, so all the guys trying to screw Tia Tanaka, be aware that's not actually the porn star. It's a bloke with a picture of Tia Tanaka. So can we stop doing seduction and sexual metaphors in the comments? I might have, my penis might have fossilised the last 3 months, but there is some blood down there somewhere. Dominic, Boot is a centrist. Yes, I am. Definitely. I mean, on every political compass I've ever done, I'm fucking centre. I'm about 2 squares off the middle in every political compass I've done. I've done like 8 values one, it said I was a centrist. The big political compass, it said I was a centrist. All of them. There's not one of them that said, fuck me, you're a right-wing cunt. So, yeah, can we actually define these properly? Instead of just labelling everyone, because it's like I said, playing the race card 10 a penny. Playing the race card 10 a penny just totally devalues it. So one of these days, some poor bastard's actually going to be, I mean, they're rare, but there's going to be a full-blown racist who's going to go, I'm not giving him a job because he's black and I don't like black people. And the poor bastard's going to get nowhere. Because race card crack is 10 a penny nowadays. If there's 100 people cry racism nowadays, one of them's true. So that poor bastard gets nowhere because he goes, I've just been racially abused and I didn't get a job because of my skin colour. And people go, yeah, cheers then. Cheers then. Playing the race card, boring, happens every day, nobody cares. It's irresponsible. Or the rape thing. Oh yeah, I've been raped. Why? Well, I did a striptease with a cucumber and then I sucked him off in the elevator and then he bought me a Coke and that constitutes psychological pressure. So I tried to disarm him by bouncing on his fucking erect penis for an hour and he raped me at some point in the middle of that. Yeah, raped me. Horrific victim of rape. No, you aren't. And you've totally devalued that word as well. So some poor bastard will get dragged down an alley and fucking mounted by a bloke with an ass like a fiddler's elbow and a machete, and people will go, yeah, just another one of those 7.8 million rapes we get every year. Who cares? You can buy your own white privilege card on eBay. Winner, get me one, because that's the only fucking card you'll get. The white privilege card, what, that makes you on every metric we've read in the last fucking 18 months. Less likely to go to college, less likely to get the job, more likely to go to prison, more likely to get fucking murdered. I mean, what card is it? It's the shittest card ever. It's like getting a Valentine's card off fucking Rocky Dennis. It is the shittest card ever. I don't want that card. Another phrase I like. It's like getting a card. Congratulations, tallest midget in the building. It's not a prize. It's shit. Worst fucking card ever. Keep it. Anyway, where was I? Yeah, the statistic I was going to talk about. I've read numerous places that most of the bullying online, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, anywhere, Pinterest, Instagram, mainly women, all of the bullying is, well, again, not all of it. 70% of the bullying of women that goes online, the misogynistic hate, is off other women. It's women. And I make a video taking the piss out of Meghan Markle. Me again, Markle. Another good one I heard was Meg Beth. That's a good name for Meghan, isn't it? Meg Beth. Lady Meg Beth. But most of the fucking hatred for women online comes off other women. Because, and again, think about this, right? So Matty's not here to ask me for a source and make me Google what I know for a fact and I've read in more than one place. But think of it with common sense. Like I always tell you guys, I don't say anything that's not true. I don't tell lies. But I do like things that you don't need to run to the source. They just ring true with everybody. Do you know what I mean? Because I feel like it makes a more powerful argument. If you don't have to run around quoting figures and spewing statistics out, if people just know it and you explain why they know it, I think that's a much more powerful way of making an explanation. And think of it logically. Women online, as evidenced by Miss Tia there earlier, women online, typically blokes, are overly nice to them. Because blokes, we're sneaky bastards. It's like when you go on a first date and you tell them what they want to hear, but when you're a young lad, you're shocking. I mean, I was. It's, you put on an act, don't you? And again, right, I've told you guys about this before. I had a discussion with my missus about it because she said it's annoying how men lie all the time when they want to get laid when they're young lads. And I was like, it's not really a lie, though, is it? It's not an outright lie. Again, it's a lie by omission, what the mainstream media does all the time. It's, if I meet a bird, say I'm 21-year-old, right? I'm from a middle-class family. We're all staunch Tories. We live in a posh town in Cornwall, right? And I meet this really hot bird. And I'm not that interested in politics, but I would call myself a Tory voter. And I sit down with this potential date, and she's mega fit, and she says to me, oh, by the way, I fucking hate the Conservative Party. Anyone who votes for the Tory Party, I will not go anywhere near with a barge pole. They're all evil. They're all evil racists. Are you just going to right out go, I like the Tory Party, and just totally sink the ship on your first date, yeah, 10 minutes into your first date? Or are you going to go something like, yeah, you don't want to go down the oily politician lie your ass off and start going, oh yeah, Jeremy Corbyn is my absolute favourite. I wouldn't do that, because that is shocking, and I absolutely hate Jeremy Corbyn, and I'm not a liar, so I can't bring myself to fucking stick up for a bloke that I despise. But what you would do is sort of go, oh, I'm not really into politics. Shall we talk about something else? You would probably do that because you don't want to fucking... Is it true Paris can yomp longer than sea leg Marines? Fuck off. Paris can't do anything better than Marines. The only thing Paris can do better than Marines is ejaculate faster while masturbating round a soggy biscuit. Going walk fishing. Yeah, what I'm saying is, that's what people do. It's sort of lying by omission to an extent. And my missus was saying that, yeah, you know, why do blokes lie? And I was like, because blokes are obviously driven by the sex drive more than women. And that's just a fact, again, from evolutionary biology, because women pay a very large price for getting pregnant. And every single thing we do can be explained by our long evolutionary history. Women pay a large price for sex that men don't. Men's only price for sex is, what? Possibly an STD or something, but they weren't really an issue fucking hundreds of thousands of years ago. Because we weren't all stirring each other's porridge, were we? So, obviously, women that can get pregnant, then they have to get more resources. It slows them down. They died in childbirth. A few fucking millennia ago, dying in childbirth was as common as falling down the stairs. Well, probably more common. There's a reason why men and women are different, which is obviously the reason why I get annoyed with the ridiculous woke mob. And there's a reason why we behave differently. Obviously. So, with regards to the bullying thing, I would assume it's the natural evolutionary instincts kicking in. When men see a woman online, especially if it's a hot woman on Instagram, Pinterest, YouTube, anything like that, the guys are all over them. Blokes acting much nicer than they actually are. It's embarrassing to see people falling on women online. You know, what's her name? Millennial, what was she? What's that last called? The quite tidy one who looks a bit, I don't know, she looks a bit Asian to me. I think maybe she's mixed race. And she's got quite a popular YouTube channel. I don't watch that much of her. But you go into Roving Millennial. That's it. I think it's Roving Millennial. Or what's the other one? Shoe on Head. Like, she's a very average looking bird. But online, blokes are just like all over him. Oh, you're so funny. Oh, you're so pretty. Oh, you're so amazing. Oh, you're so... I mean, most of these guys aren't going to be that nice, but that's the game men have to play. We have to be nice to women. We have to... They have the choice of the blokes. Again, backed up by data. Fucking Google it. Women rate men lower, men rate women higher. So, obviously, they have the more choice there. So, blokes have got to do what they've got to do to try and get some fucking action. And because of that online, obviously, because those evolutionary instincts, women get less shit off men than they get off women. Because the women compete with each other as well in that nasty, catty, backstabby way. Women fucking hate Meghan Markle. Every video that I've made about Meghan Markle has been my most popular because birds hate her. If I was shameless, I would just do constant videos about Meghan Markle. There's channels out there who have got thousands of subscribers and I have a click on the page and it's like 6 months old and they've just made 200 videos calling me again, Markle, a horrible, horrible slut bucket. And she is an horrible, sloshy slut bucket, but it's still a bit ridiculous to just constantly, you know, bang that drum. So yeah, anyway, and I'm sure every lady in the chat will back me up. Men, Lauren Chen, is that it? Yeah. Men are nicer to women online than women. Women are fucking bitches online. It's just the digital version of the cave. The men have to work together to go out on the hunt and the women sit in the cave and fucking argue. That's why, I mean, bitchy is a thing, isn't it? Because men have evolved that thing. Listen to Jordan Peterson. We've evolved that mechanism to sort problems out quickly by butting heads aggressively. The women, that's why they're better at lying. They do some catty shit. That's what they do. They say, when I was in Afghanistan, there was only 2 women attached to us when we were in Helmand province. And they were catty and bitchy. They used to be best mates when they were walking along together. You know, hiya Sarah, hiya Jessica, oh my God, you're gorgeous. No, you're gorgeous. You're gorgeous, darling. And then the second one of them walked off, she's like, oh, she's such a fucking, oh my God. Oh my God, she gets her jewellery from Boots. Fucking slut. She's only got double glazing upstairs in her house. Fucking slut. That type of shit. Like that's just what they were like. So, it's common sense, and it's backed up by data. Women, 70% of the misogynistic hate is women. So, again, we get all the blame for it. It's fucking other birds. If you're online and you go, how's my hair? And there's people saying, oh my God, you look like such a fucking tramp. You look like you fucking do your hair with a glue stick. Oh my God, your foundation. Men would fuck you if you had a mouth full of dog shit. It's women giving you shit. Men just don't... Men will fuck a barbershop floor. If you're a woman and you're getting abused into an eating disorder online, it's women. So stop going on about it. Men, they're all bastards. No, it's other women. Leave me alone. I've never once gone on fucking Pinterest and started commenting on other women's hair and makeup. What bloke does? I can talk the knickers off a nun. That's a lofty boast. Well done. Although, hey, we're living in the anti-meritocracy. The nuns are probably shit now as well, aren't they? We are living in the anti-meritocracy. If there's ever a time to talk a nun out of the knickers, it's fucking now because they're shit at everything. Everyone is shit at everything. Right, so tangent I went on. Just weird how Meghan Markle seems to be a smash hit on YouTube. I do understand it, but it's just, I'm not going to shamelessly make Meghan Markle videos. Right, let's talk about this story that made me piss myself laughing. Newham Art Wall, other than the murders, everything's fine. Fuck me backwards. I love this area, North Woolwich. I'm glad I was brought up here. It's like a village. A murder village. What? Is it on fucking Elm Street, this village, is it? It has a hairdresser, a corner shop, and a deranged retard with a fire axe. A post office. A library, 3 parks, a bakery and a pharmacy. What else? Murder. No, still not. There's the police station. There's a Chinese takeaway. It has everything all in one small area and everyone knows everyone. The only negative thing is the crime and the murders, which has been increasing. This is unfortunate. But other than that, everything else is fine. Also, there's a little beach and you can take a ferry ride. A murder ferry. Anyone want to go on the murder ferry? No takers? It's also close, like a village. A murder village. Oh my fucking God. A public artwork in East London has attracted criticism over the inclusion of a poem saying the only negative thing is the rising number of murders. Like I keep saying this stuff, isn't it, nowadays? It's indistinguishable from satire. Indistinguishable from satire. Are they taking the piss? Are they? Or are they not? I don't know. The village of the damned, yeah. Land of the fucking dong. Is there a cycloptic mayor ruling over it with an iron fist? Like he comes out, he's got a hunch on his back, one eye, and big steel boots, and he rules with an iron fist. What is this village of the damned? Sonia Boyce, commissioned by Crossrail, collected memories from people living in Newham. Sonia Boyce. I wonder if, shall we just have a quick Google and see who Sonia Boyce is? Let's have a look. Sonia Boyce. Oh, there you go. I thought it'd be the obvious. Sonia Boyce gained prominence as part of the Black British cultural renaissance. So, she's a British Afro-Caribbean artist. I do wonder if this, again, was it a meritocracy? Or did Sonia get it for some other reason that I can't put my finger on? Seems to me like Sonia Boyce is probably one of the worst fucking artists. I mean, if she's not aware that this is comedy gold, she's a fucking idiot. So either Sonia Boyce is a secret conservative funster with a wily sense of humour, or she's just a fucking lunatic. Which begs the question, why are lunatics getting taxpayers' money to paint murals? Why? Why are we giving money to lunatics to paint artwork? Why not just save the taxpayers some money, give £5 to a homeless man and say, smear shit all over that wall and write whatever deranged scribblings you like, yeah? Here's a can of fucking special brew, shit all over that wall and write on it with a stick. And it makes more sense than this town's great except for all the murders. Right? I don't think anyone can argue with that. Reaction to the inclusion of Like a Village has ranged from amused to outraged. One Twitter user, Stop City Airport, posted, "How have Crossrail let this happen?" I fucking love it. Crossrail said it can't comment because of political implications. Well, like I said, we've killed the meritocracy. We are living in the anti-meritocracy. Poundland Banksy, yeah. Like a Village. It's quality, isn't it? I love it. I love it. I should start... So I could do a mural like that. I could do one on the wall when I was in Baghdad. It's brilliant round here. Everybody knows everyone. All the shops are nice. Ken Bigley got his fucking head lopped off with a meat cleaver just round the corner. Other than that, it's fine and fucking dandy. Yeah? Other than the throne of skulls in my back garden, it's absolutely quality. Oh yeah, and Abu al-Zarqawi, he's just been scattered across the fucking local mosque wall by a J-dam. But other than that, it's sound. Other than Biggers, poor old Biggers got his nut lopped off. But other than that, it's fucking dandy. I'll tell you what, I love it round here. What a lot of shit. Let's do another one, shall we? I've got time. Keir Starmer. Sir Keir Starmer. I love it. Always put the sir in. Remind people that he's a posh wanker. apologises for a visit to church criticised for LGBT stance. Let me tell you how much of a worm Keir Starmer is, right? And I'm going to have to segue off the BBC for a change, because I looked and looked and looked, and obviously, because the BBC want to make him look better, they've deleted all mentions of the story from 5 or 6 days prior when he was praising the church. So if you go to the Yahoo News, Labour leader Keir Starmer condemned after visiting a notoriously homophobic church, Jesus House, actually has in here that he said, in a video posted to Twitter, Keir Starmer praised Jesus House as a wonderful example of a church serving their community. This is quoting him directly, so don't be under any illusions. Again, Bootneck doesn't tell lies. This is a direct quote. I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll put my posh accent on. I'm not very good at posh accent. I always sound like I'm 60-year-old colonel, but that's the only one I can do, like General Melchett. I'll use a posh accent to prove that this is Keir Starmer speaking it. Quote: the Jesus House Church is a wonderful example of a church serving their community. It's been great to meet young people and church leaders here at Jesus House to talk about how to address inequalities and injustices that this crisis has so brutally exposed, Starmer said, referring to the coronavirus pandemic. And then what? Keir Starmer apologises. He's got the moral fucking integrity of Fred West. Keir Starmer is an absolute snake. All politicians lie, but Keir Starmer goes where the wind takes him. He is about as reliable as a fucking drunk taxi driver. He's as reliable as an Uber driver who's also got a side gig peddling heroin from the boot of his car. The man has got no fucking compass at all. He says what you want to hear. And he seems to be one of these old school politicians who still hasn't realised that it's 2021 and everything you say is on the internet. You know, like Joe Biden, where they're still working on as if it's 30 fucking years ago, and they think they can go to Vermont and say, I'll never, ever, ever ban your guns. I'll never ban your guns. I'll never do that. And then fly over to fucking California and say, definitely banning guns. Definitely banning guns. He's going to get them. My mate Beto there, he's going to ban all the guns. He's going to personally go around your house and get them because I told him to, because I'm Joe Biden and I approve this message. And the thick twat probably hasn't remembered he said it because his fucking brain's full of mushy peas. But the thick twat doesn't realise that all of the people who videoed him when he was in Vermont a day earlier put it on YouTube, put it on Twitter, put it on Facebook, and then he's like, and you can't answer the question logically without showing yourself up as a fucking rat bastard. And that's Keir Starmer. Goes with the wind. One day, oh, he's in the church. Oh, I fucking love the church. You Christians are all right by me, lads. You're all right by me. Next thing, oh no, you're getting criticised by the LGBT community. Fuck the church. Fuck the church. Jesus, he was an arsehole, him. Of course he was. I'll tell you what, dig him up, let's nail him to that fucking cross again. What a weasel. What a rat bastard. Oh, hey, I've just reminded myself of another joke. Pause. It's joke time. Let's sign out of there. That noise is annoying me. What have I left on? Joke time. So I might get this one wrong. It's proper corny. My mate Butch told me it. He says Jesus is off on a fishing trip, right? You have to bear with me with these jokes because they just get reminded when I'm rambling and I might fuck them up a little bit. So I think Jesus is on a fishing trip with, oh God, I can't use the M word. Oh no, that's a quandary. If I drop the M bomb, YouTube will just throw me off the channel, won't it? You can't even say his name. You know, the leader of one very specific monotheism that I don't like to mention. What can I do? I'll tell you what, I replace him with Buddha. So, Jesus is on a fishing trip with Buddha. And his dad's there. So, God's, obviously he's on the motor. And he throws his, Buddha throws his rod over the side. And he gets a bite, and he's like, whoa, it feels big, this one. And he starts reeling it in proper fast. And Jesus is like, get it. And he goes, and pulls it out, and it's massive. And Jesus goes, you fucking bastard, get in. And God's like, whoa. What did you just say there? And Jesus goes, sorry, Dad. That's a fucking bastard fish. He says, fucking bastard fish? I don't remember making that. He says, you did. You must remember. You remember making it? You told me that's what it's called, the fucking bastard fish. And then he's like nudging Buddha. He's like, join in and we won't get a bollock in here. So Buddha's like, oh, yeah, I remember the fucking bastard fish. He says, and that's what everyone calls it, the fucking bastard fish. He says, I'll tell you what, I'll cook it for you tonight and we can all have fucking bastard for dinner. And God goes, you cunts are all right by me. All right. Again, I need some canned laughter. That, and that's not even a good joke. I just remembered it. That's probably a 4 out of 10. Anyway, I'll shut up and carry on with the story. So Keir Starmer, what a wanker. He said he completely disagreed with the church's views on LGBT rights and was not aware of them beforehand. Oh, what a weasel. Stand for something, you rat bastard. Isn't he? He's shocking. Stand for something, Keir. You fucking weasel. I just think it's shocking. I'd have more respect for him if he stood for something. All he'd have to say is something like I would say. Again, how am I a smarter political operator than Sir Keir Starmer? Just say, listen, obviously I don't agree with all of the things that the church has said about LGBT rights, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter because people are allowed their opinion. The other really weird thing is all of the 3 big monotheistic dogmas, the big 3, again, I'm only allowed to mention 2 of them, you guys know this, they're all a little bit homophobic. Oh, hey up, Paz, how you doing? Kira, I like that, Kira Starmer. Only because he offended Twitter. Yeah, but what I'm saying is, he could have got out of this much easier, right? All he had to say was, you don't have to agree with absolutely everything that a church does to give them praise and credit where it's due. I don't agree with the monotheistic dogma's views on LGBT rights because I've always supported gay marriage. It doesn't bother me. Like most agnostic British people, we don't care about it, do we? At its heart, the LGBT rights issue is a religious argument. Most people, seriously, again, some twat will turn up, sauce. Most of the genuine arguments against LGBT marriage, gay marriage, comes from religious people. The vast majority of it. Very, very few secular, agnostic, atheist, weak, milquetoast, weak Church of England types. Very, very, very few of them feel strongly about the gay marriage issue. It's the 3 big monotheistic dogmas, 2 of which are the only ones you're allowed to criticise. So you don't need, this isn't the issue that's going to sink you if you're just a little bit more honest about it. Yeah, Matthew, and that's fine, you're entitled to your opinion, ungodly. You're entitled to your opinion, right? I'm a secularist with a lot of time for the Church of England specifically, definitely not the Catholic fucking church. But it's fine, the world's big enough for us all. My real issue is with this, Keir Starmer. Why is he such a shit political operator? He knows less about this stuff than me. Just put your hand on your heart and say, listen, I support and respect the gay community, but I also support and respect the church because I'm a fucking politician. And they do a lot of good. Just because you disagree on that one thing doesn't mean they're bad people. And it doesn't. But he won't do it. He won't have a little bit of integrity. He just tries to please everybody. And what does every normal political operator know? If you try to please everybody, you please nobody. Well, this is why we're constantly being let down by our political leaders, by the albino jellyfish, by fucking Kira Slimer, because they've got no integrity. They will never ever have a strong position and just say, this is what I believe and this is why. They try to please everyone. Boris is the same. Weak, lily-livered, bends like a reed in a fucking hurricane. Pick a fucking side and stick to it. Instead of being this pansy milquetoast, please nobody penis like Keir Slimer. It's shocking. He does my head in, Keir Starmer. Like I said, I hate Boris Johnson, but he's not as bad as Keir Starmer. Again, at least Boris Johnson knows he's posh. Sir Keir, tries to pretend he's like working class boyo, doesn't he? He goes down to Plymouth, he went to the harbour in Guz and he was eating fish and chips. You've never seen a man eat fish and chips in a more upper crust way. It's like he picked a chip up and he's like, yeah, like he's looking at a fucking used condom. It's like he went into a cheap hotel, went to lie down on the fucking bed and relax, and when he turned round, there was a spunky fucking welly stuck to the TV remote, and he's like, what's that? Used welly. And he's like, and then he realises the fucking camera's on him. He's like, oh no, the peasants might think I don't like fish and chips. And he's got like, what a penis. You could see he wanted to be sat in the Bulletin Club eating fucking foie gras. And again, Boris is just as posh, but at least Boris comes across as posh. He doesn't try to pretend he's working class, does he? He talks posh, he acts posh. He's a bit of a twat, but he's not. Keir Starmer's just fucking awful. He's just awful. Boris is a twat, but Keir Starmer is worse. 2 steps worse than Boris dogshit albino jellyfish shithouse. Anyway, so there's that. Love to see Starmer eating a bacon butt. I don't like to see Keir Starmer at all. I'd love to see Keir Starmer in stocks while street urchins throw turnips at him, but that's about it. That's the only time I'd get any pleasure watching Keir Starmer. Yeah, Douglas Murray's gay and he's brilliant. 90% of... This is why it's so annoying to people like me and Paz, right? We're about the same age. And everybody else, probably in the fucking chat. 9 out of 10 British people are not rank homophobes. We never have been. We weren't in the 80s, we weren't in the 90s, we weren't in the 90s, we weren't in the fucking 10s. Why are we now? We know we aren't. Like the 90s was fucking PC. The 90s was a good time and a good place. Everyone got on. There was a little bit of racial tension, but it wasn't fucking overbearing. All the TV shows, Red Dwarf, loads of black representation, the gays were left alone. Everyone was chilling and getting on with each other. And in 2021, because these narcissistic little weasels don't want to accept the fact that they've got it good and they haven't got any real problems to worry about, they're trying to pretend that 2021 is the worst it's ever been. Worst time ever to be black, worst time ever to be gay, worst time ever to be a disabled Muslim with a hair lip, worst time to be anything. And it's not. It's not. Tracy can't remember the 80s or 90s. Yeah, well, that shows you had a good time. But it's bollocks. You know it's bollocks, I know it's bollocks, they know it's bollocks. This is what I keep telling you. They know it's bollocks. Owen Jones, all the wankers who fucking work for The Guardian and the BBC, they know it's bollocks. They don't believe it themselves. This is why they do it. Because they're shysters and they just want to get your money off you. They don't believe it. And there's the grand irony. Why do you think they call everyone a grifter? Everyone's a grifter. Have you noticed? That fucking word, like they don't know what it means. Every time a lefty argues with me online, oh, you're just a grifter. No. We actually believe what we're saying. You can tell when someone's sincere. You can tell We Got a Problem or Rotten Politics or Sargon or Paz or anyone you watch on YouTube, Douglas Murray. These people believe what they're telling you. You can tell they believe what they're telling you because it's backed up by common sense and logic and, more importantly, for wankers that demand them, numbers, figures, statistics, data, like the fucking race report the government's just released. Stats, data, numbers, metrics. These people aren't grifters. Grifters are lefty arseholes who know for a fact everything they say is a lie. They lie by omission, they falsify data, they lie, and they know it's not true. Laurie Penny knows she's spoiled rotten. Afua Hirsch knows she's like a what? Culturally African Jewish millionaire that went to a private school. She knows she's rich. She knows she's privileged. These fucking people want you to believe that Oprah Winfrey, the billionaire, is hard done by and depressed, and me, or a fucking bin man from Leeds, is the privileged one. And are you telling me that they believe what they're telling you? Do you honestly think, I mean, maybe you think they really are as dumb as a fucking shoebox, but seriously, I'm crediting them with a bit more intelligence than that. Owen Jones, Afua Hirsch, Laurie Penny, all the twats at the BBC, all the twats at the Independent, they know they are privileged. Ta-Nehisi Coates, Oprah Winfrey, Meghan Markle, they know they're privileged. They know it for a 100% fact. They see the straight white guy crawling around in the London sewers, chiselling the spunk, spew, and jam rag iceberg that's clotting up the sewage system, and they go, thank fuck I am not doing that job. Thank fuck I'm not doing that job. They know it. They know it with every fibre of their beings. Owen Jones sits there typing, drinking a skinny latte, and he looks out the window and he sees a straight white man emptying a fucking bin in a blizzard, or litter picking, or washing windows in a downpour, and he goes, thank fuck I make a living talking about victimhood from this air-conditioned office. Every one of them is a lying bastard. They know, you must see that, right? I'm not giving them too much credit. Because to be that, if they were being sincere, they would have to be the dumbest people on earth. They would be incapable of operating an Etch-a-Sketch, let alone typing a fucking article and running a spell checker on it. They know it. They know it. 2021, identity politics at its pinnacle. The man on the bottom rung, the least privileged person, is a poor, no GCSEs, because class is the big deal breaker, not what colour you are, and that's what the race report said. No money, no education, no family connections, straight white man. There's your bottom rung right there. Asians know it, blacks know it, women know it, the gay community knows it, the Jewish community, the other religion that I'm not allowed to talk about community, they know it. The things that make you successful in the class society that is Britain is connection, is power and influence, is money, is an Oxbridge education like most of the Guardian and the BBC staff. It's going to Eton or Cambridge or Oxford. It is not happening to be a straight white man born in a sink estate in the northeast like fucking Hartlepool. Go for a walk around Hartlepool and see the deprivation there. Drive a transit van very, very quickly so you don't get your fucking hubcaps nicked through Hartlepool Council Estate, and come to the other side of that and say, I'll tell you what, these guys are winning, these privileged straight white men. Nobody believes it. Nobody who works for the BBC, nobody who works for the Guardian. It's fucking nonsense. So don't let any of them call Paz or fucking We Got a Problem or Sargon or any of these people privileged. They know it's not true. Afua Hirsch, millionaire, types, probably does 2 hours work a day. She doesn't look out the window and see a man fucking chopping a tree down in a blizzard and go, look at that lucky bastard. I mean, just think about it. Fucking lunacy. Anyway, that was a fucking long tirade I went on to. All I wanted to say was Keir Starmer has got the fucking... he's got the breaking strain of a wet Kit Kat, hasn't he? Worse than that, a rich tea finger. If you wore welding gauntlets and dipped a rich tea finger into a cup of molten lava, that's about how long Keir Starmer's spinal column stands up to scrutiny, to a question, to a change in the wind. The man is a fucking weasel. Weasel, who also appears to have the memory of a goldfish, a confused goldfish with Parkinson's disease, because he doesn't fucking know what he said 1 minute to the next. He's even worse than Boris Johnson, and Boris Johnson's shocking. How have we been so badly let down by our political class? How? Johnson's a complete worm, Starmer's as bad, and the rest are complete psychopaths. Like, if you force me into a pecking order, Starmer's probably second, right? In the UK, it's going to be Boris. Well, in fact, can I go any lower than underground? It's going to be, I need to demonstrate this on the camera, so bear with me. Let's just say that this level here is subterranean. It's just it's a few feet below where the mole man lives, yeah? And Boris Johnson's about there. So Boris Johnson's there, Keir Starmer's there. Then we've got what? SNP communists, Green Party communists, insane, Sinn Féin, Plaid Cymru, fucking lunatics. So we've got the choice of scum, lesser scum, full-blown communists. That's it. That's all we've got. Winning. Fuck me. I mean, look at what they've done with China. I read a great piece in The Spectator the other day about China. How we've just been failed for 30 years because all of the morons, the elites, thought if we just give to China all of our technology and we trade with them and we let them get the better of us in every fucking trade deal we make, they'll all just turn into Democrats and it'll be fucking great. And they all did this. Tony Blair, Bill Clinton, David Cameron, George Bush, the elites. Oh, yeah. China will soon come on side. Nice one. And what has it got us? It's got us getting the piss ripped out of us by a hostile as fuck bullying regime. The Chinese are shocking. They've just been doing massive exercises around Taiwan. They kill fucking millions. They couldn't give a shite about anything. And all they've done the last 30 years is pinch our money, steal our technology, shamelessly pinch all of our copyrights. They couldn't give a monkey's fart. This grand plan by the elites, again, I can't believe we keep calling them that after the last 30 years, elites. It's like calling a morbidly obese National Guardsman in a wheelchair the elite military. Have you noticed that? Everyone wants to be elite nowadays. Elite. They're not elite, they are special needs. Boris Johnson, David Cameron, Nick Clegg, Tony Blair, anyone, John Major, everyone you can think of from the last 30 years has been an intellectual lightweight. Thatcher and Reagan were the last two I have any regard for. Thatcher and Reagan. We've had 30 years of incompetence and stupidity, and they've led us down the garden path into divisiveness, hatred, hate crimes are up, racism, all of this nonsense, everybody hates each other, murdering each other in London, Chinese stealing all your technology, butchering the Uyghurs, isolating Africa, robbing all the resources, taking the piss, ruining the fucking world, and we're all sitting there going, oh yeah, the elites. Not elite. Couldn't run a piss up in a brewery, couldn't run a lemonade stand, couldn't run a fucking 5k on a motocross bike. They are shocking. Elites. My God. Elites. China's gonna fuck us. Been nicking our tech for 30 years. Been nicking our resources for 30 years. Been exploiting Africa for 30 years. They're gonna fucking railroad the tech industry because all of the resources that they get from Africa, all of the shit you need to make circuit boards, CPUs, GPUs, the Chinese are going to railroad a lot. They're going to fuck Taiwan. They're going to fuck anyone who fucks with them in the South China Sea. They're going to twat us in a war eventually. They're just biding the time, bleeding us dry. We're getting weaker and weaker and weaker. Give it a few years, boom, we will get spanked by the Chinese. We've got the smallest military we've ever had, and they've got 2 million angry virgins. Right? We'd run out of ammunition in the first day. It'd be down to bringing out the old Bootnecks out of retirement, giving us a fucking chainsaw and hoping for the best. Because we'd be down to fucking melee weapons after the first hour. We're seriously in the shit. So again, I can deal with it. I've had a good life. If I've got to check out tomorrow, I'm ready for it. I was born ready. Ever the stoic war veteran, I don't care. I can check out right now. I've had a good innings. But I feel fucking bad for the kids. Because they've been let down by 30 years of spineless, cowardly, self-serving scum that don't care about the future. Society grows great when a man plants trees whose shade he will never sit in. This is another old adage that everybody knows, and our leaders for 30 years have said, fuck it. I'm out for myself. I'm out for my legacy. Joe Biden, Christ almighty, a failure for 40 years, and he's back. Make me the president. Where? Who? You fuck me. You are not fit. You should have Velcro shoes, you dippy old twat. This is the boat we're in, and it's sinking fast. It also makes me think, why am I saving my money? Why am I in good financial state? Why do I not get into debt? I should be drinking 7 days a week down Leatherspoons, living it up, going to the whorehouse, sticking it all on in a casino, because we are fucked thanks to these twats. We're going to be toast. So live your life, boys and girls. Enjoy yourselves. It's not going to go well when it kicks off. And we only have ourselves to blame, ultimately, don't we? You know me, I'm a man that likes to face the mirror. It's our fault, really, because we've tolerated it. Just like we've tolerated this ridiculous, illiberal, highly illegal quarantine, just like we've tolerated the lockdown, just like we've tolerated all of this nonsense time and time again. Ultimately, it is our fault because we tolerate it. So we made our bed, we have to lie in it. That's the way it goes, folks. Suck it up. Right, I think I'll call it there. I was going to do another story, but frankly, I waffled for far too long, and that's nearly been an hour. Everybody, thanks for listening, as always. I do enjoy doing this. I don't just do it for your pleasure. It's something I've found cathartic since this fucking lockdown shit started. Keeps me sane. When the gym's open, I'll probably start doing this a bit less. So, yeah, it's been a good few months. I've been enjoying it. Thanks for always being around, tuning in and interacting with me. I enjoy myself. Like it, share it, do all the shit that YouTube never will. And I will probably see you for the BBC Spews on Sunday. All right? Take care of yourselves.